Masoud Masjoudi, a former SFU mathematics professor and outspoken critic of the Iranian regime, was found dead in Mission, B.C. His activism incited disputes that appear connected to this targeted killing. Mehdi Ahmadzadeh Razavi and Areza Soltani appeared by video in Vancouver Provincial Court facing first-degree murder charges related to the death of Iranian dissident Masoud Masjoudi. The case was postponed to allow time for evidence exchange between the Crown and defense. Tensions outside court escalated between community members, reflecting deep divisions. Allegations connect the suspects to the Iranian regime, raising serious concerns about the safety of dissidents in Canada as the trial moves forward. The upcoming FIFA World Cup in Vancouver raises concerns about homelessness around major venues like BC Place. This situation presents challenges for the city as it prepares for the influx of visitors. Vancouver is taking a balanced approach with no plans for forced relocation. The city is considering extended shelter hours and collaborating on funding to support unhoused residents while preparing for the World Cup. Seattle, another host city, is proactively relocating encampments and increasing shelter options to accommodate both visitors and people experiencing homelessness during the event.
These policy shifts could have broader consequences for Canada's economy and educational institutions, as many communities depend on the cultural and financial contributions of international students. There is a clear need for better planning and collaboration between federal and provincial governments to protect Canada's global education appeal. Federal cuts have caused a steep 66% drop in international student admissions in British Columbia for 2024, greatly exceeding the initial forecast of 18%. This significant decline highlights the impact of recent policy changes. Former officials, including Andrew Petter, have criticized the federal immigration policies for overlooking British Columbia's reputation for responsibly attracting international students. This sharp decline threatens Canada's standing as a welcoming and competitive international education destination.
Funding decisions by the Ministry of Health favor physicians over nurse practitioners. This leads to systemic barriers that limit employment opportunities for locally trained nurse practitioners who want to serve their communities. British Columbia has over 700,000 residents without access to a family doctor. Nurse practitioners are seen as crucial to filling this gap, yet many new graduates face difficulties finding jobs despite growing training programs. The nurse practitioner workforce in BC is projected to more than double by 2030, marking rapid growth. Still, challenges in securing employment persist, impacting access to primary care and patient health outcomes. To meet this growing demand, Trans Mountain plans expansions, including the use of drag-reducing agents and new pumping stations, aiming to increase capacity significantly by 2028. Due to supply constraints from the Strait of Hormuz conflict, Asian countries are turning to Canadian oil, increasing exports through the pipeline to meet their energy needs. The Trans Mountain pipeline is set to reach full capacity by May 2026 as global energy disruptions, particularly in the Middle East, drive demand earlier than expected.
Basic amenities like private waiting areas and access to drinking water are often missing in court buildings, increasing emotional distress for survivors awaiting their hearings. Many courthouses across British Columbia are not accessible for intimate partner violence victims, with over 40% lacking space for wheelchair or crutch users, and most lacking multiple safe entrances and exits. Experts call for systemic reforms, including safer courthouse designs and added services such as childcare. While the provincial government and Rise Women's Legal Centre work together to enhance safety and accessibility,